Don't buy the NutriBullet Rx before watching this honest review, because I'm going to show you the real problems nobody's talking about. But here's what surprised me. A blender with a 4.6-star rating can still be a massive disappointment for certain people. Therefore, stick around if you want hot soup or a smoothie without buyer's remorse. For the best price, click the link in the description. Act 1. The hype versus the reality. Let's be honest, you're here because that 1700-watt motor and hands-free smart technology sound like a kitchen superhero. It promises to heat soups, blend silky smooth drinks, and basically do your Pilates for you. I get it. The marketing is a masterpiece, showing perfect families sipping perfect green smoothies from a machine that looks like it belongs in a spaceship. But here is the first crucial twist. That powerful 1700-watt motor isn't just power. It's also noise. We're talking, call the police because you're clearly murdering a robot levels of noise. It's so loud you'll start blending and immediately see your cat's disapproving glare from across the room. Joke number 1. Using the NutriBullet Rx is the only time you'll genuinely consider soundproofing your kitchen for a breakfast smoothie. Therefore, if you have roommates, a sleeping baby, or a general appreciation for peace, this is problem number 1. The power comes with a soundtrack of pure chaos. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about that headline feature. The 7-minute heating cycle for soups and sauces. Sounds convenient, right? Just throw in some veggies, hit a button, and walk away to a hot, healthy soup. Here's the contrarian snapback. It's more of a very warm cycle than a true cooking boil. It heats by friction, essentially blending so fast and so long that the contents get hot. Think of it as the machine arguing with your tomatoes until they surrender and become lukewarm soup. For some, that's fine, a warm, blended veggie soup. But if you're dreaming of a piping hot, chunky chicken noodle, you'll be disappointed. It's a specific tool for a specific blended soup niche. Joke 2. This heating function is like a microwave that's trying its best but just needs a little more confidence. Therefore, the promise of hot soups needs a major asterisk. It's blended warm soup, period. But what about the smart technology? The auto start and stop, hands-free operation. This leads us to Act 2, the deep dive into daily use. Okay, the smart tech is cool. You lock the cup onto the base and it just starts. No button to press. It feels futuristic, like the blender has judged your ingredients worthy and decided to begin. The auto stop works too. When it's done, it stops. For single-serve smoothies in the 30-ounce cup, this system is actually pretty slick. It's simple and reduces the "did I press it?" panic. However, and this is a big however, this hands-free magic is tied directly to the extractor blade assembly. That little piece of plastic with the rubber gasket is the brain of the operation. If it's not perfectly clean, perfectly dry, or perfectly seated, the machine does nothing. It just sits there, silently judging your assembly skills. I spent 5 minutes once thinking it was broken, but I had just left a tiny spinach leaf under the gasket. The machine wasn't being smart, it was being a diva. Therefore, the convenience of smart tech is balanced by a new kind of maintenance paranoia. You'll become an expert at inspecting rubber seals. But let's get into the real meat, performance and the problems you might face. For smoothies, nut butters, and anything that needs pureeing, the 1700 watts and 2.3 horsepower deliver. It's a beast. Frozen fruit, pulverized, kale stems, gone. It makes a very smooth, well-blended drink. The short cup and the 1-liter pitcher give you options for one person or a small family. But here's the unexpected angle nobody mentions. Cleanup is a multi-step ritual, not a simple rinse. That powerful blending creates a vortex that forces ingredients under the blade and into every crevice of the blade assembly. You can't just rinse it. You have to unscrew the blade from the cup, remove the rubber gasket, and clean all 4 separate pieces every single time. Forget one step, and you get the dreaded moldy gasket smell that ruins your next smoothie. Joke 3. Cleaning the NutriBullet Rx parts feels less like doing dishes and more like performing delicate bomb disposal. One wrong move and everything smells like old banana. Therefore, the performance excellence comes with a mandatory cleanup tax. It's not a blend-and-go machine. It's a blend, disassemble, wash, dry, and reassemble machine. But what about longevity and value? At $148.99, this isn't an impulse buy. You expect it to last. This brings us to the third act, the resolution and final verdict. Looking at the top reviews online, you see a pattern. The 5-star reviews praise the power and the smooth results. The 1-star reviews, they are tales of woe, leaking cups, cracking plastic where the cup locks onto the base, motors burning out after a few months, the pitcher handle feeling flimsy. This is the gamble. When it works great, but there seems to be a quality control lottery. Some units are tanks. Others are temperamental toddlers made of plastic. Therefore, your experience hinges largely on whether you get a good one. That's a stressful proposition for a $150 appliance, but let's synthesize all this. Who should actually buy the NutriBullet Rx and who should run away? You should consider it if you are a smoothie fanatic who values ultra-smooth texture above all else. You don't mind a loud blender. You are meticulous about cleaning and don't mind the parts assembly. You understand the heating function's limitations and want warm, blended soups. You get a good unit and potentially invest in the extended warranty. You should avoid it if you need true quiet operation. You want simple, quick cleanup. Think a traditional blender pitcher you can just fill with soapy water. You are looking for a true soup cooker or a machine to make chunky salsas. You are hesitant about plastic parts potentially cracking or leaking. You just want a reliable, no-fuss workhorse without smart tech quirks. Joke 4. Buying this blender is like adopting a high-maintenance pet. It's brilliant and powerful, but it needs specific care and might yell a lot. Therefore, my final take. The NutriBullet Rx is not a bad product. It's a specific product with very specific problems. It delivers on power and blending smoothness, but it fails on noise, has a finicky cleanup, and its headline heating feature is niche. The smart tech is cool but introduces new points of potential failure. So, should you buy it? If your priority is crushing frozen ingredients into liquid silk and you accept the trade-offs, it can be a great tool. But if any of those problems I outlined sound like a deal-breaker for your daily life, there are better, simpler, or more durable options out there. It's a classic case of a product trying to do many things and excelling at some while complicating others. Don't get blinded by the wattage or the smart tech hype. Weigh the real daily use against the price. For the most detailed pros and cons, and to check the current price on Amazon, where you can see the latest customer reviews for yourself, click the link in the description below.